Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is a lap guide for the new lap time challenge taking place at Grand Valley South with the Wicked Fabrication GT 51. To access this lap time challenge, going over to sport mode, so make sure you have menu book number 9 completed. Going over to online time trial and select the one in the middle, at least that's currently in the middle. But anyways, this is a 2-week event ending at the end of May 17, 2023. We're using a fully stock Wicked Fabrication that is on sports medium tires, and your goal is to get within 3% of the world record time when the event ends, as that's when your lap time gets counted. And if you're in the 3% time range when the event ends, you'll get those 2 million credits. And I have the replay up if you want to check it out. It's in the description down below. You can also use the in-game tags that I'll have shown right here. But now let's get started with the lap guide, where you're starting well before the final turn. So what you can do is go pretty wide into the final turn, which is this right turn here. This is what I call the final turn. You go pretty wide into it. That way you can go for a late apex and try to get yourself a faster exit to give yourself a better start to your new lap. And with this car, you shift shortly after the bar fills up, except when you're going into 5th gear. When you're going into 5th gear, you want to rev the living heck out of it, shifting at around 128 miles per hour or 207 kilometers per hour, because the moment you go into 5th gear, it feels like the car loses all of its power. So don't shift into 5th gear right away, just rev the heck out of 4th gear and then go into 5th gear. But now you want to brake at around the 350 feet mark, so brake as much as you can, turning in just as you pass the 100 feet board. And with the Wicked Fabrication, you do want to brake pretty early because this car doesn't like to turn. It's pretty understeery, as you see right here. And you can try to go into what I'm going to call the gutter that's on the right. That can help your car turn in a bit more, and that'll be useful on some parts of the track. But as you exit turn 1, just be nice and careful getting on the throttle on 3rd gear. Bring yourself towards the right, and you're turning in at the 100 feet board. So lift off of throttle, use around 25% braking for a short moment to bring yourself towards the left side of the track. And you're going to brake well before the wall on the right ends. You're going to be at nearly full braking power for a short moment, and you're going to turn in almost immediately. Stay on 4th gear, nearly full braking power for a short moment, but do keep holding onto your brakes. So doing quite a bit of trail braking, trying to stay towards the right side of the track. A little bit of throttle control, bring yourself towards the left, brake before you pass the sign that is on the left. So around 50% braking power. Go down to 3rd gear and turn in almost immediately. Trying to carry as much momentum as possible. A little bit of throttle control. Braking before you pass the sign on the left. Stay on 3rd gear. Doing a lot of trail braking. Trying to bring yourself towards the middle of the track as you're going to brake as you go under the Grand Valley sign. Go down to 2nd gear to help with the rotation through the hairpin, but exit on 3rd gear. And you can be a little aggressive on the throttle as this car doesn't generate too much wheel spin. Then bring yourself towards the left, and you want to brake right as you pass the 100 feet board. You're going to turn in almost immediately. Went on to 3rd gear to help with rotation, trying to go for a late apex through this right turn. Bring yourself towards the middle of the road because you're going to brake just before you pass this sign that is on the left. That sign is also your turning point. Go down to 2nd gear for more rotation, but exit on 3rd gear, doing lots of throttle control, trying to stay towards the right side of the track, using a little bit of braking if you need to, so around 50% braking power for a short moment. And you want to try to get as close as you can to where these lines meet, as that's what I'm using as the late apex. So try to get as close as you can to that and carefully get on the throttle. And just stick to the right side of the track. And when you're on 4th gear, just use every single rev that this car has before you go up to 5th gear and experience 0 power, because that's what it feels like this car has on 5th gear. But let's go ahead and go through this again, but this time I will not stop the video, Again, when you're going up to 5th gear, just rev the heck out of it, shifting at around 207 kilometers per hour or 128 miles per hour. Braking at the 350 feet mark. Going on to 3rd gear. Try not to go too wide as this car does not like to turn. It's really understeery. Nice and careful getting under throttle as you exit the first turn. Turn in at the 100 feet mark. Brake nice and early for this right turn as it's really easy to understeer off of the road if you brake way too late. Brake before you pass the sign on the left. Go down to 3rd gear, trying to carry as much momentum as possible. Brake as you go under the Grand Valley sign. Going on to 2nd gear for more rotation, but exit on 3rd gear. You can be a tad bit aggressive on the throttle coming out of the hairpin. Brake and turn in just as you pass the 100 feet board. Trying to go for a late apex, and again late apex. Going down to 2nd gear for more rotation, but up into 3rd gear, trying to stay towards the right side of the track. Nice and careful getting on the throttle so you don't spin out, and just stay towards the right side of the track. And just as I mentioned earlier, rev the living heck out of this car before you go up to 5th gear. But with that, I was able to get a 115.933. I had a 0.7 in one run, but I ended up getting a penalty right at the end of the lap. But anyways, hopefully this lap guide helps you out. If you like this video, you can press the like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting the channel as well. And a quick thank you to the channel members for the further support as well. But this is Mr. MCA. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.